Hey, YT, Tumblr, and all the rest of it. You know what? Hey, so I haven't done a video in a long time reacting to anything. Um, the Hitman trailers. Okay, look, I haven't done a reaction video to a trailer of any variety in months, and the last time I did, it was because I was really, really excited for the Night at the Museum movie, Secret of the Tomb. I was really excited. It let me down. It sucked. That was a shame. But once again, I'm really, really excited for this movie. I hope it doesn't let me down. I hope it doesn't suck. Um, Seriously, I do. Because, I mean, otherwise my reacting to it is utterly pointless. The trailers, at least. But we'll find out in, like, August or whatever. Some, like, really far off time in the future. Just. Oh, there we go. That's so much better. Anyways. So there are now two Hitman trailers out. The actual movie, I call it Hitman, but it's really Hitman Agent 47. The term Hitman, like, as a movie, refers to the one that came out in 2007 that is with Timothy Olyphant, who's actually bald, and apparently I don't recall anybody having heard of it, so I kind of feel like a hipster for having watched it. But I mean, I don't really care. So, anyways, it's a reboot. Hitman Agent 47 is a reboot of the 2007 Hitman, and apparently it features more of like the game stuff with all the genetic lore and the agent program, and the origins of 47 are closer to the actual game than they were in the 2007 movie, where he was just kidnapped and like an orphan or something and trained and had a barcode stamped. Yeah, he still has that barcode thing, by the way. That's still a thing. I mean, you can't have a Hitman anything without that barcode, I guess. Anyways, disclaimer before we start, I don't play video games. I have never played the Hitman video games. I don't really have much of an interest in doing that. I might watch Let's Plays because I'm a little curious, but I haven't. I don't want to like spend the money and play those. I don't have the systems for it. I'm not a gamer type. Um, my knowledge of the lore comes from reading about the characters on the Wikia, and that's that's my position. Besides also having seen the 2007 movie, is yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I'm not, coming from this as like, oh, I played the games and how is this as an adaptation. I'm more like, how is this gonna be as its own movie, because I'm not familiar with the game, so I don't care if it's a good adaptation because I don't know how the games work. I don't know like how they feel. I don't know any of it basically. So I'm better off. That's where I'm coming from. Is like, how is this as a movie, and is it gonna totally suck, and such and the like. And so that bit out of the way, before anybody skewers me for any like fake geek girl crap. Just so you know that that's my position. That's where I'm coming into this universe. That's where my knowledge base comes from. That's where I stand. So I this new trailer came out like yesterday or the day before, like very very recently. Okay, second trailers. Let me say this also. The second trailer that somebody releases for a movie, the first one that just like hooks you in and makes you think, oh, this is going to be an interesting movie. I want to know when that comes out, and maybe I'll see it, maybe not. And the second one that they release, that tends to me to have more of the story and more of the like a little bit more of what's going on. Like it tells you like first you get curious, and then a few months later, a few weeks later, whatever their time scale is, they release a second trailer that tells you a little more what's going on, but doesn't like, or at least tries not to spoil the plot, and you're like, okay, okay, and you get a better idea, like you get more into like whether you want to watch the movie or not. Well, that's how I work basically. I mean, I don't follow actors. I don't care about certain directors. I don't like if the only circumstances where I care about what an actor is in is if he was in something else that I also liked. National Treasure, I got an episode of Burn Notice because that had David Diane Fisher in it, and he was Shaw in National Treasure. Sadly, the guy who died, I'm still so firm. I have such problems with characters who die. Like, I do not like it. I have to bring them back. But that's another story. That's the only case where I care about characters or actors is if they're in something that I saw before that I liked and I want to see more of their stuff, and like poke around, find out a little couple of things like that. That's the only case where that happens. And so my gauge for if a movie is good is not if it was made by a certain director or a certain producer or studio or whatever, but or if it has certain actors in it or not had certain actors in it or whatever. I'm looking at like, is this a good story? Can I get into it? And of course I have different standards for like what it's supposed to be. Like for example, a family film is supposed to have certain elements to me. It's not supposed to be like overly graphically violent. It's not supposed to be have like all the cuss words and everything. It's supposed to be geared towards people younger than myself, admittedly. But of course I'm not an R-rated movie person. I'm not an NC-17 rated movie person. I did watch Schindler's List. That's R-rated, but that was for school. It actually ended up being pretty good. I actually liked it as a movie. Anyways, second trailers tell you more of what's going on, and that's my gauge for like, is this gonna be good? Is this gonna be? Am I still gonna like it? Basically, and the second trailer for Hitman Agent 47, a little bit lengthier than the first. It clocks in at like 3 minutes 12 seconds. Basically, yeah, we get a little bit more of this this main female lead. I don't want to say a main girl because, you know, problematic and such. But the main female lead, the woman, she's a woman. She gets speaking parts, and you can tell that she has an accent. Uh, you, where am I? Let me check my notes. Here we go. Okay, so for whatever reason, 47 is being interrogated. The actor playing the person who interrogates him, I could swear I have seen him before. I just cannot figure out where. I he reminds me of that guy from The Princess Bride, but he's not because of the voice. He's I've seen him before, but I'm not sure where, and I don't know who he is. And uh, I guess if you have any help before I post this, like you can comment below if you have anything to say regarding that. But we get more dialogue from the interrogation. Hitman is doing various Hitman things, killing people and wearing disguises. I gather that that's the same as from the video games because he also garrots people and kills people and wears disguises. So that carries over. At least I think so. Um, the music. This is probably my chief complaint with how this how this trailer right now, because the first trailer had this killer cover of Voodoo Child that was by Brick and Mortar, and the original is by Jimi Hendrix. But anyways, the Brick and Mortar version is killer, amazing, and this trailer remixes it pretty much. They had that weird like wah, yeah, like Waluigi plugging his nose and doing his wah. Like they have that like again and again at various like intense moments, like where he gets the gun to shoot him free, and like car chases and making shit blow up. Like ugh. Like that's playing again and again and again, like on some weird loop, and I that I don't like it. I don't like it. Apologies, allergies. It is a rough week. I can't wait for everything to stop pollinating. Anyways, the music is being played with in ways that I do not like. That I pretty much beyond disagree with. Not that I beyond disagree with it, because I mean I'm sure they have their reasons and such, but I just think it's weird. So I don't much like it. Anyways, I actually this young woman, according to Wikipedia, that's Katja Von D's the name of the character, and the actor is Hannah Ware, I think. Anyways, this is really interesting to me. Like, considering this universe and where everything comes from, this is really interesting. Because she has agent powers. She has agent powers. They're not really like powers per se, like the enhanced speed and the strength and the intelligence and being able to like see and know that you're about to be under attack. Like that's really interesting. Because like Agent 47 is a clone, which means his identity or his DNA is the exact same as like the donor or donors in his case, because there's 5 who contributed, but also other clones that came before him, minus some minor tweaks to like curb or prevent certain genetic diseases that felled the others or something like that. So most of the other agents in this program, at least insofar as I know, are male. Because all their DNA is the same. Having a female with agent, basically, a female agent, that brings in this question, like, of basically breeding these two, or her with someone similar, like maybe 48 or something, I don't know, and like making baby agents. That brings in that theoretical possibility, however slight, because 47 is asexual because he's awkward, but however slight that possibility may be, it's theoretically there now. It's in place. And I don't know if I should be terrified or excited or what, because I mean, imagine having little baby, like little toddlers, little superpowered toddlers running around, like throwing a tantrum in say the grocery store, and like it has super strength, and suddenly clean up on aisle 5 and 6 and 7, like that sort of a thing. That's a trippy element to this world that I don't know if is going to be considered or not. I consider it because like this is something that I do. I write and I think in my spare time. I come up with concepts. That's my trade basically. I'm not making money off of it yet, but that's what I do. Um, I don't have anything out yet either, so that's why I'm not making any money. Anyways, that's interesting new territory for this franchise. And also like maybe she was kept in the dark or something her whole life, but now she has to be enlightened and trained because she does have these powers, this ability. And suddenly people are after her. You've got Zachary Quinto after her, you've got 47 after her, who decides not to kill her, which is cool, interesting. And you also have some, according to Wikipedia, again, Leclerc, which I can only take to mean as the clerk, which is not very impressive if you're gonna, like, be the head of something called Syndicate International. It's not that impressive if you're just the clerk, which is kind of lame. It's really lame. So, you've got basically 3 entities after her. I know we're getting into like Mary Sue territory, which is another like edging in the back of my mind that this could happen. But you also you've also got so these 3 people are after her. 47 ultimately gets to her and starts telling her about like how she's superpowered and everything. There's somebody on Reddit complaining about how now he's just a mentor for some newbie assassin character, and well, people who play the games think this movie and the 2007 movie suck because they're movies. I understand like why they're different because it makes sense that like the market pressures in Hollywood are different from the market pressures in the gaming industry, and so you get generally different products with different feels, and crossing over has a lot of like those considerations to take into account. Anyways, he is mentoring this girl, this woman. I keep saying that. I keep saying girl. I should stop. I'm trying, I promise. But he keeps mentoring this woman, or he starts mentoring this woman. We're not shown where she learns to fight. I don't know if she learned that before she started, like, doing a self-cleanse of her own memories or whatever happened, or if she learns after 47 meets her, and we're not shown that. So the trailer kind of implies, like, or at least begs the question, is learning to fight one of those, like, inherent agent things that you can do? Or like is knowing how to fight one of those, like, things that, like some person who randomly knows, like, how to play piano despite um despite a brain disability. Like, is it like a trick of the brain? I guess I should say. What else is there? Yes, you're the same as me, and so untie yourself. I kind of like that. Okay, look, it would piss me off if somebody dropped me in the middle of some situation, said, here's what you need to do, and didn't give me a plan. It would really piss me off. But for some reason, I guess it makes perfect sense. Or maybe I'm just detached and it works better that way. Um, yeah. Concluding thoughts, I suppose, since I've rambled on long enough and taken up enough of your time. I am still looking forward to this movie. I think it's going to be really interesting. I think the concept is good. I think it's going in a good direction. Again, I'm not coming from this from, like, I played the games type of ones. I'm coming from this of I've seen the previous movie. I know what they're rebooting. I've read the wiki, so I have some understanding of the lore. I so I have some idea of what's going on, but I haven't played the games, and I don't really have much interest in playing the games, to be honest. Um, and I'm not coming at this from that kind of an angle at all. So, just looking at it as a movie, and based on what I know, I think so far this is going to be pretty good. It might end up sucking because Night at the Museum 3 looked really good, and then it freaking sucked. It sucked so bad. Like, wait till you can watch it free, is what I have to say about that movie. I hope I don't have to say the same about Hitman Agent 47. I really don't. But we won't find out for another couple of months. So, I guess we'll see.